you on making how to export and earn in dollars. And like the pastor said, if you are earning in dollars in Nigeria was an advantage, and the reason basically is because of the exchange rate. Let me read something to you. I saw it on the platform some years ago, and I always use it to encourage my audience whenever I have to have this conversation. Why $1 is now 1,600? We were far more productive in 1980 than we are today. In 1980, the key reason for economic growth were as follows. Number one, we were net exporter of refined petroleum products. Today, we import refined petroleum products. We rode in locally accessible cars, buses, trucks, Pojo cars in Kaduna, Boswa in Lagos. Leland, Ibadan, Enugu, they all produce the buses and trucks that we drive. Sia is Bauchi producing agricultural tractors. It was not just assembly in Nigeria, we're producing the parts of this product here in Nigeria. Bono Products in Lagos producing 6 of these cars. Exile in Ibadan producing batteries, not just for Nigeria, but for the entire West Africa. Isoglass and TSG in Ibadan producing windshield. Ferrero in Ibadan producing brake pad and disc. Tire produced by Dunlop in Lagos, Michelin in Port Harcourt, and a new tire produced from rubber plantation located in Rivers State at that time. We're listening to radio and watching TV set assembled in Ibadan by Sanyo. We were using refrigerator, freezer, and air conditioner produced by Thermocool. We're putting on clothes produced by Yen Textile, Odua Textile, Yen Textile in Kaduna, Charam in Lagos, not from imported cotton by the way, but from cotton made in Nigeria or grown in Nigeria. Our water were running through pipes produced by Quine Pipe in Kano, and toilet were fitted with WC produced by Incano and Nabeokuta. We're cooking with LPG gas produced in Nigeria, and the gas cylinders were produced at the factory in Ibadan. Our electricity were flowing through our cable, produced through the Nigerian wire and cable, Ibadan carbon metal in Lagos and Port Harcourt. We had Bata and leather producing the shoes we're putting on, not from imported leather by the way, but from leather locally tanned in Kaduna. We're flying airways, our airways, the Nigerian airways, and the list is endless. But today, the reverse is the case. Nigeria can still do what we've done before. Now, I read that to let you know that we've done a lot as a nation. This is many, many years ago. I mean, I'm talking about 1980. Many, many years ago. So the fact that we have done it before, we can do it again. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? You're not talking excited. Do you agree with me? Yes. Alright, unfortunately, the slide is not come now. I'll be able to project some of the things I want to project. But I will go on all the same. Now, the slide that was showing before the stuff had an issue was talking about different avenues through which Nigeria received foreign exchange. So Nigeria receives foreign exchange through foreign direct investment, through foreign portfolio investment, through remittances, but also through trade in goods and trade in services. Trade in goods and trade in services. Now, if you look at the different way Nigeria receives inflow, that's FX. Foreign direct investment, that's people coming to Nigeria to come and set up factories. Foreign portfolio investment, that's people coming in to invest in the capital market. But trade in goods and trade in services is we deciding we want to ship out. And if you look at that mix, you realize that the one we have control over is which one? The one people are coming in or the one we are taking out? Open. The one people are coming, the one we are taking out. The one taking out, we have control over that. Because for people to bring in, that means they must see us as a good investment destination for them to come and invest in Nigeria. Now, let me start with what I call the A to Z of export business. A to Z of export business. Number one, A, achieve economy of scale to reduce unit price. Achieve economy of scale to reduce unit price. B, build resilience against recession and sustainable business. Why do you need to export? To create opportunity for growth, job creation and growth. Why do you need to export? To diversify the market and revenue. So can you help me put it on the table? How much is there? So I'll be able to take it. Can you help me with the table, please? E, to earn foreign exchange, like Pastor has said. F, to focus on innovation. G, to grow, for growth in sales volume. Through export, you can have a market share abroad. No. A, have a market share, have a share of the market abroad. I, increase business revenue and profitability. J, jumpstart foreign exchange revenue. K, to kickstart a plan for retirement. A plan for retirement. You know, the beauty of export is that you don't need to do commodities. In fact, I won't even recommend commodities because of the amount involved. I recommend you start small by doing value-added goods. And I've decided to bring some of them for you to be able to see the value-added goods. Can you see this? What is this one? What is this? What is this? Cashew nut. Cashew nut. Cashew nut. Now, this is produced in Nigeria and it's being exported. Now, the beauty of this is that look at what I export frequently. This is palm, ogi. The only thing is that it was processed. Now, what it does is that I don't need to be the one producing it. I can partner with someone producing it. Does it make sense? Yes. That means I don't have to worry about setting up a factory. You can set that up in future as the business grows. But what happens right now is that what is it that you have that you can produce or you can get? Now, I deliberately brought some of these samples so you can see that, look, when we talk about export, we're not talking about something. No, when we talk about export, people talk about cocoa, right? Talk about cashew, talk about ginger, which is true. The only challenge is that they are commodities, and that might mean you going into the interior, and that might require more fund from you. But there are small things that are not so expensive you can begin to consider. And like I said, you don't need to be the producer of those things. You can partner with the people that are already producing them. So, like I said, a retirement plan, it can be a way retirement plan. Also, it helps you maximize opportunities in the export market. Through export, you can obtain government incentives. Government gives grants and supports businesses in Nigeria. And one of those businesses is export. That means government gives you money for doing business. Do you understand? Do you understand? Are you aware that Nigeria government do that? How many of you are aware? Only very few. That you are doing business. And because government is interested in the business you are doing, government gives you money. So for example, in export, we have what is called export expansion grant. It's a grant that government gives to businesses because of their interest in export. Now, in Nigeria, for example, there are so many products that can be exported. So many. Unfortunately, I wish I'm able to show some of these things on the screen. So many products can be exported. Now, unfortunately, the real challenge, which is why we're having a conversation this morning, is to be able to know. So if I want to export a product, what do I need to know about my product? So for example, I want to export plantain cheese. This plantain cheese, and I export plantain cheese to the UK. What do I need to know about the product? You notice that all the products I'm bringing out are you see in shops, right? Am I right? Yes. Please, am I right? Yes. Please respond. Now, you know, and you heard about Japa, am I right? You know about Japa? That's Nigerian living. You see that Japan is a blessing to Nigeria. The challenge is that Nigeria is not harnessing the potential. What I mean by that is that we are not harnessing the potential in the sense that we are not working with our brothers and sisters abroad to be able to export abroad. Because if you are going to do this successfully, you will definitely need to work with someone abroad. Why? Because most of the time, because you are in Nigeria, you are a fraudster until you prove otherwise because of Yahoo. So if you see someone online, send him a message. Most of the time you don't respond. You know why you don't respond? If you think you are a fraudster. But if someone over there is talking to them, it boosts your credibility. It boosts your credibility. So let's talk. If I want to export a product, what are the things I need to know about the product? What are the things I need to know about the product? If I need to export a product, what are the things I need to know about the product I'm trying to export? Now, what are the things I need to know about the product I want to export? Number one, the product I want to export, I need to know the purpose of the product. By purpose, I mean, what do they use the product for? What do they use it for? For example, I export kuli kuli. Kuli kuli to you is snacks in Nigeria, right? Yes. To Asians, it's not just snacks. It's a condiment in their soup. Do you understand what that means? It's a condiment in their soup. What that tells me is that what you are trying to export, you might have an idea of what you think it is. But when you get to the export market sometimes, you realize there are people in the market that are using that same thing for something else. And that's an advantage. So knowing the purpose of the product you want to export them becomes very important. Number two, I need to know the parameters. The parameters. The parameters. By that I mean the parameters of the product I want to export. The parameters of the product. So for example, look at this product. You will see that it's labeled, right? Can you see that it's labeled? You know, sometimes when you are going in the street in Lagos, you see granite. That granite is, you buy it in the traffic. They will put it inside the bottle of gin. They will even remove the wrapper of the gin, so you don't even know if you are buying gin or you are buying granite. Because they are not even. And we have accepted it as a people. But we are going to export that granite, which is also an important product. You definitely must label it. That means that granite will be taken to a lab for analysis, and we see something like, can you see this? This is called nutritional fact. Nutritional fact. People want to know this thing I'm eating, what does it contain? Is it carbohydrate? Is it vitamin? Is it mineral? What does that contain? People are interested in it. You need to state the name of the product and the weight of the product. You need to state the best before date so that they won't buy expired product, right? The best before date, and more importantly, the batch number. Because when you have a batch number on the product, that means if there are issues, you know the batch will be called from the market. Now, that's why if you want to export any of these processed food items, anybody you are partnering with to buy from, if you are not processing yourself, must have a NAFDAC. Must have what? Must have what? Because that's the way to prove that this item I am trying to export is healthy for human consumption in the first place. So people don't sell what will lead to poisoning of people. So I need to know the parameter of the product. Number three, I need to know the potential demand. The potential demand. The potential demand of the product. Who are those that buy the product and where do they buy it from? The potential demand of the product. What is the potential demand of the product? There are some products in high demand. Some products are not in high demand. And then the purchaser. Who are those that buy? Which country are they? Who are those that buy? Which country are they? Also, you need to know the paperwork, the documentation required. What are the documentation required? If I want to export this item now, what are the documents required for me to be able to export this item? For example, if you want to export from Nigeria, one of the things you must do is to have a company. What do I call it? A limited liability company. That means if you have a business name, that's not good enough for export. The reason is because when you export from Nigeria, you need a license. When I say license, you know, sometimes when you hear something government and license, we think of something very difficult to get. That's not true. This one you can get it within a day or two online. You don't even need to meet anybody and you can pay with your card. So when I say license, so don't think of a document that is very difficult to get. Now, a license. Now, this license, to apply for it, you must apply as a limited liability company. Does that make sense? Do we understand, please? You must apply as what? A limited liability company. That's the only way you'll be able to get that license from the government. So I need to know the documentation required, the paperwork. I also need to know the pricing. The pricing. Let me tell you something about pricing for export. If I want to export this product, for example, in this product, if I check, if I'm exporting to the US, and I check on any of the stores in the US, maybe Walmart, for example, I check it online, and they are selling this thing for $5. How much is $5 today in Nigeria? That will be about 8,000, right? And once that's about 8,000, right? Now, I must be able to export this product at about 4,000. Do you understand? That means if exporting this product at 4,000 is not profitable, then I should not export it. Now, that's an easy way to determine if my pricing is in order and if my pricing is right. I must be able to export it at half the price. That means at 4,000, I must be profitable. And to be able to arrive at that price, I need to know the cost element. So, for example, if I'm shipping by air, the cost of transport to the destination, the cost of the good itself, the cost of the clearing process, I need to understand all those costs, the pricing, to be able to arrive at the prices. Also, I need to ensure that I know the pitfall. What can go wrong? What can go wrong? What can go wrong? Most of the time, this is the biggest challenge we have. The fact that people are exporting a product and the quality of the product is bad. Which is why I don't recommend you do commodities. I recommend you do unique goods. Even though I've got food items here or processed food, you can also do artwork, you can do clothing, you can do, different things. It all depends on what are you targeting, what do you produce yourself, or what can you source yourself. And then learning, which I will talk about shortly, getting people that are interested in that product online. And by the way, to be able to do this, you definitely must be online. You must be what? You must be what? That means if you are not online, you must know someone or have someone that will help you to be online. Because majority of the people you are looking for, where will you find them? Over 2 billion people are on Facebook. I think about 3 billion actually on Facebook. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. So, and nowadays, we are practically online for most part of the day. Practically online. People are doing different stuff online, searching for stuff, sometimes watching videos, sometimes listening to music. There's so many things that people do online. Because they are online, it's easy for me to find them. So when I begin to talk about promotion later on, I'll be emphasizing how important this is. Now, from what you can see on the screen, even though it's not clear, you will realize that Nigeria has so many products that are exportable. So many products that are exportable. As a matter of fact, today you have blessed this country is. Today you have blessed this country is. Do you know that in Nigeria today, most of our farmers are peasants. We have not utilized up to half of our arable land. We have a lot of post-harvest losses. In spite of all these shortcomings, do you know that Nigeria is still ranked among the top producers of most commodities in the world? Now, these are the things I see about Nigeria that get me excited. We have a lot of issues in our country, am I right? Am I right? You are not answering me, am I right? But, if you look at what I read, it said, much food is in the village of the poor. Sincerely, you can choose to see what you want to see in Nigeria. And if you say Nigeria does not have opportunity, you are right. If you say Nigeria has a lot of opportunity, you are correct. It's all about what you see in Nigeria. Some people don't see anything good in this country. And by the way, I am not denying the fact that there are challenges in Nigeria. I'm not denying that fact. I'm only saying that you must be conscious of what you see or what you deliberately want to see. You know why? If you don't deliberately want to see what is necessary for you to see, you will never see opportunity here. Have you ever wondered? People are relocating from Nigeria, am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Do you notice the billionaires are not relocating? Do you notice? Have you noticed? Or is it me that noticed? Is it only me that noticed? That the billionaires are not relocating? Nobody is relocating. Do you know why they're relocating? The kind of money they're making Nigeria, they can't make it somewhere else. They can't. There's so much opportunity in our country. I read a scripture and was delivering. Much food is in the tillage of the poor. Brethren, you don't see with your eyes, you see with your mind. The reason why Pastor deemed that this is necessary is for your eyes to be open. Because if your eyes is not open, you will not even be able to see what is possible. Am I making sense, please? What is possible? Let me show you another thing. Look at it. Do you know what this is? Do you know what this is? Eh? Do you have a bottled water there? Bottled water. bottled water. You know, there's so much opportunity. The real issue is not being able to see it. And when you begin to see it, you become conscious of it. It becomes a lot easier to take advantage of those opportunities. But because we are not able to benchmark, so when you buy this water and you finish drinking the water, what do? You throw away the plastic. You see this plastic bottle? This is it. And you know people are exporting this thing in Nigeria. People are exporting it. When you throw away this plastic bottle, you know sometimes you see people packing it, have you? You know that the time some years ago, we did a training the office. When we finished, one guy brought one big jeep. When we finished, he was packing all the plastic bottle. We wondered that, big man, why are you doing this? He said, no, that's my raw material. He packed all the bottle, throw it in his boot and put it free of time. Because he paid for it. He buys it. Now, and at the time, he sees it for free. He packs everything and throw it into his car and take it to his factory. Because he buys it. Now, the Bible says much food is in the teenage of the poor. Much food, much opportunity is around the people who are poor. So that means that's what someone said, P-O-O-R. People passing over opportunity repeatedly. Passing over opportunities repeatedly. And this is because we don't see it. And how do you see it? Through learning. Which is why this kind of session is important. So you can begin to see what is possible through learning. In this country, people, most of the waste you throw away, even the plastic, this nylon, this same nylon, this one, people recycle it and export it. This same nylon, different kind of thing. And the beauty of today's world is that if you are, I know a girl, this was a student, I'm a youth pastor in my church, and he's a student in the church. He went to FUTA as a student. She learned how to produce cream and she put it on Instagram. Today she exports cream abroad because she produced it in her house and put it where? Online. But she's very active online, very active, promoting her product vigorously online. Student! So she was already exporting as a student. And I deliberately use that story so that you don't think because you're a student, you can't. Because of that, when we think of this, you think of something very big. No. People can place order for you on a small scale for a start. And you courier it. The airport is there for you to create and send abroad. But you must project it. You must project yourself. You can't, the Bible says, who is this that wants to be seen and hide himself? How will you be seen if you are hiding yourself? If you are not projecting whatever it is you are doing, how do people know? You are a fashion designer. You can design, you can do nice clothes, but you do it and keep it. Your customer come to you. Instead of you to take their nice picture and put it online, you have no fantastic design, but you don't put it online. Who will see you? Nobody will see it. So that means you can have great capacity to be able to do what we're talking about, but you're not even aware you can. Why? Because you are not conscious of what you are capable of doing. I met a lady some time ago. I went for a program in the UK. Do you know what this lady does? Do you know what she exports? Gele. She knows how to tie gele. She will tie it and convert it to auto gele. And she exports what? Gele. You know gele now? Women. That's what she exports. Now, I'm deliberately using example of day-to-day things that people are shipping abroad and making a lot of money just because they have information. That means that if you have a skill, there's something you can do, there's something you can produce, there's something you are good at. Do not, I tell your neighbor, don't hide yourself. But don't hide yourself. Because quite frankly, some people are hiding themselves. They are hiding what they can do. And they can do it, but they don't even know the potential or how far this can go. And it's not making us to take advantage. And that's why I feel strongly sometimes when some people pray, God will ignore their prayer. You know why? Because He has answered, but they can't see the answer. The Bible says that whatsoever you desire when you pray, Believe you have received and you will have it. Did you hear that? Believe you have what? Believe you have what? You will not have it if you have not received it. Because you can only have what you already have. Does that make sense to you? Do you understand what I'm saying? If you have not received it, you will not have it. Because you can only have what you already have. That means you must receive it spiritually to have it physically. You must believe in yourself and what you are capable of doing. That thing you are creating, don't hide it. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But you have capacity to produce something. And people are buying that thing locally. But you have not thought of packaging it in a way that you can begin to attract people abroad. Because in today's world, people from any part of the world can reach you. And the only way they will reach you is when you are where? You are online. Tell your neighbor, go online. Tell your neighbor, go online. In 2022, Nigeria was the fourth largest producer of cocoa. Fourth largest producer of cocoa. Largest producer of cassava. Largest producer of yam tuber. Largest producer of yam tuber. There's a guy I met some time ago. He's in Lekki. You know where he produce yam chips. He fry yam to sell. And he's foreign export market. He fried yam. But you know the beauty is, you know that sometimes when you go to school and study some courses some people feel, me I don't believe in a useless course. There's no course that is useless. Students, please don't spend your time wasting, staying at home and saying you are writing jam because you are looking for a course. Tell your neighbor there's no useless course. Tell your neighbor there's no useless course. You want to do law, they gave you know that's why we say they gave me a bit. No, but I know. They gave you You see, did you hear that? Zoology. What you don't know is that you can export snails. And zoology helps you to study animals. And you can know what to do to preserve that animal in transit. You can export snails. It's because you are not seeing it. You think that it's a useless course. There is no useless course. In fact, do you know my best course in university nowadays? Do you know my best course? Psychology, sociology, philosophy. Because if you go and study accounting, computer is taking over your work already. Law, computer is taking over. Medicine, computer is taking over. I'm telling you now. So you go and study a course in 5 years, computer is doing your work. Anything that has to do with human survival, relating with human beings. Because we have a lot of this in our society. And we are not seeing the opportunity. You are not seeing, and this depends a lot on the information you have access to. Because sometimes some people will stay 3, 4, 5 years, they are trying to get to invest a particular course. Coming back to cassava, yam tuber. I was talking about yam. This are going to cost you. If you study industrial chemistry, food technology, food and nutrition, or chemistry, you see all those things that have to be chemical. You cannot tell me you don't have a job. You can't. Why would you say you don't have something to do? Because there's so much you can produce for me. Nigeria is the 14th largest producer of maize, 14th largest producer of rice, 4th largest producer of palm oil. Palm oil. Look at it, palm oil. Nigeria is exporting palm oil. I export palm oil to the UK. Palm oil. Palm oil. You notice it, but you notice, don't you like the way you do? You know the one you buy on the street on the road. You see where the market, you see where the label is. Can you see? The same product. Palm oil. They can produce this. And with the tariff fishing in the US, if it's sustained, we should have an advantage over Malaysia and Indonesia. Because they have higher tariff. Nigeria is just 14% that America imposed on us. So we have an advantage now over some people who are already marketing against that market. Palm oil. Palm oil. Look at this one. Soya bean oil. Tell your neighbor Nigeria is blessed. Tell your neighbor Nigeria is blessed. Soya beans oil. People are exporting this. Soya beans oil, soya beans meal, soya beans being exported out of the country. Something like a palm oil, fresh vegetable, 4 packet producer. Nigeria is the largest producer of sorghum. Now, Nigeria is the largest producer of cassava, largest producer of yam, largest producer of sorghum, 11th producer of tomato, 4th producer of peanut, 7th producer of pineapple, 2nd largest producer of ginger, 4th largest producer of sesame seed, 4th largest producer of cashew, 4th largest producer of soya bean, and 12th largest producer of rubber. Now, I'm telling you that in spite of our issue, because we have a lot of issues, there are so many things we do we are not doing as a country. But in spite of that, see what we are able to do. Just tell you that there are opportunities. That's what the Bible says. Much food is in the tillage of the poor. Much food is in the tillage of the poor. Much food is in the tillage of the poor. Much food is in the tillage of the poor. There are opportunities available. The question is, are you able to see it? By the way, not everything can be exported. So I'll give you some of the things Nigeria prohibited for export because as a Christian you can't be found doing illegal business. Number one, maize is prohibited for export from Nigeria, but you can export palm. Timber is prohibited for export. Raw timber. Raw iron steel is prohibited for export. Scrap metal is prohibited for export. Unprocessed rubber, latex, and rubber law is prohibited for export. Artifact and antiquity are prohibited for export. Wildlife, animal welfare, and endangered species like crocodile, elephant, lizard, eagle, monkey, zebra, and lion are prohibited for export. And all imported goods are prohibited for export. Now, let me show you a website, a YouTube channel rather. Now, before I continue, I want you to look up. Look up. Can you see something on the screen? Can you see that product? Can you see that product? Do you like that guy? Do you like that guy? Do you like that guy? I like that Gary. You see that Gary? Because I also export Gary. Can you see? Do you like the way it's packaged? Do you notice? You need to stand out now. You need to be different. You can't do it the regular way. You need to do something that will make people be interested in your own product. That is sesame seed. That tiny thing they put on bread and hamburger. Someone make biscuit. Let me tell you the story of that. And I bought that in a store in the UK. But you know the interesting thing? That thing, the people producing it in Poland, but they import from Africa. They convert biscuit in Poland. But at the back, they will write on it, made in Poland. Where did they get the raw material from? Where did they write on it? Because we are not in Babylon. See that thing on the left? That is corn. Roasted corn. Roasted corn. Roasted corn. Roasted corn. See the way they package it. Roasted corn. To the left, that's hibiscus flower. Hibiscus flower. Zobo, yeah, Zobo. The flower for Zobo. Look at this one. That garlic on the left. You see the right? That is non-fillet fish. You see that fish? You know this fish that they will remove the head, they will remove the bone, remove the back, only the meat inside. Can you see where they package it? To the left is not, different not together. To the right is corn cracker. Corn. Fried it. Corn. Milled and fried. Corn. All these pictures I'm telling you, I bought it in the store in the UK. Can you see what's going on there? Can you see it? You can't see it. Can you see crayfish? Can you see the way they package it? You are not seeing it. See the way they package it. To the left, you see that's mango. Mango and what's the name? And coconut. But to the right, you will notice they put what? Banana chips, not plantain, no. You know we do plantain chips, right? This one is what? Banana chips. I've not seen that around here. And I don't think someone is thinking of that. Banana chips. That means it's banana, but fried, unripe. Banana, fried. See plantain chips? And that is peanuts. Now, that product on the left is very important. That product lasted in my office for about a year. That is jollof rice. I don't know if you can see it very well. They wrote something on it. Can you read it? For the left, corn, from corn. Who can see it? Come home to where? To where? Do you know where they produce that thing from? India. India produce this thing. They send it to the UK, but they are targeting Nigeria. That's why I say you can't study food and nutrition, you can't study biochemistry, microbiology, and you say you are studying a useless course. The only reason that thing will last for 1 year is because of microbiology, understanding of microbiology, understanding of biochemistry, understanding of industrial chemistry. Those are the knowledge that help that thing to stay for 1 year. That make it to stay for 1 year. That's the application. This is jollof rice. But what painful is the fact that the people producing it don't eat jollof rice. But the people eating jollof rice, they are not producing it. They are not producing it. The people eating jollof rice are not producing it. Granite, you know I'm telling you about granite, right? That when you package their granite, must it be inside bottle? This granite. Granite with the shell, granite without the shell. Sesame seed, beans, green beans. That is cornmeal. That is soya beans. This is cosmetics. 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 You see that part? That's the part I export. And I will show you the next picture. You see this part? The person producing this part doesn't have a factory. The person producing it doesn't have a factory. He's buying from the person producing this. But he's putting it in his own what? His own package. That's why I was telling you that you don't need to own a factory for you to be able to export value-added goods. Yes. Okay, yes. Yes. Look at this. This is tea. The same tea, but he has rebranded. This producer has rebranded. Herbal tea. He has ginger, he has hibiscus, he has, what's the name? Moringa, he has about 9-10 different kinds of tea. They are all produced here in Nigeria and being exported. I'm sure you like it, right? Can you see the tea? It's tea produced in Nigeria. You can buy it from this man and export. The issue is what you need to learn, which I'm going through right now, is to promote. Because to be able to export, you must learn to promote. Tell your neighbor, learn to promote. Let's promote. Now, the challenge for many is promotion. The challenge for many, you can see the granite, see pepper. Do you see that palm oil? Do you like that palm oil? Can you see that package of that palm oil? That's the pap I export, the three pap, the white, the yellow, and the brown. But see that palm oil? It's not in the regular bag or container. That's palm oil. Now, see clothing. Children clothing. And this is the cashew nut, the one I was showing you, different brand of the cashew nut. Now, I would recommend you visit this YouTube channel. These are 2 YouTube channels we manage. And every day something is posted here. Now, please note. International trade is knowledge intensive. Someone said, when you know better, you do better. That means when you don't know better, you can't do better. So you must be given to learning, to understanding. And the good thing is that so many of this information are available online. But more often than not, you know when people go online, you know, we are in a blessed generation with so much information available. But when people go online, what do? What do? They waste time doing all. You know, sometimes you're wondering, the people you are watching, they are making money, I hope you know. So people just go online and why they waste time and waste their time. There's so much available for you. Voice of African trade and global trade tutor. Now, I was talking about the other time, the thing you must know about the product, I will repeat again. You must know the purpose of the product, what they are using it for. Number 2, you must know the parameter, the quality specification of the product. Number 3, you must know the potential, the demand for the product. Number 4, you must know the purchaser, the people that buy. Number 5, you must know the packaging. To make it attractive and presenting. Number 6, you must know the paperwork, the documentation required. Number 7, you must know the pricing. And number 8, you must know the pitfall. Now, how then do you find buyers online? Let's discuss that. How then do you find buyers online? Number one, avoid prospecting for buyer before you become export ready. Don't go and look for buyer before you're export ready. What do I mean by export ready? For you to be export ready, you must acquire all the information required. Because export readiness is a multifaceted concept that involves the ability of a company to successfully enter the export market, sustainably compete in the market, and significantly grow its market share until you become established in the market. So you must be export ready, number one. Number two, build a business profile across online platforms. Build a business profile across online platforms. What do I mean by that? Look, you must be online, not just online. It will be good for you to have a website. If you don't have a website, be on app pages, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. At least those three platforms. And you are actively posting on those platforms, and if possible, promoting on those platforms. Consistency takes your product from awareness to action. Consistency. If you are not consistent, it's a sign you are not very serious about promoting online. Consistency. That means you are doing it regularly. Design a product catalog. That means, if I am going to project my product online, if I am not a good designer, I must have someone that can design and make what I'm projecting look nice. Am I making sense? Design a product catalog. Ensure you have a budget for promotion. You will need to promote. And it's important you have a budget for promotion. Why? Let me tell you why you need to promote. If you have visited UK before, there is a street called Peckham. I don't know how many of us are probably aware of that street. Very popular street in the UK. Now that street, if I want to do for people to see my product, Facebook can make me to do it in a way that people there will see my product. Instagram can make me do that. Now what that means is that I can have my product and promote it in an area where the people I want to see it can see it. Am I making sense? Now, what that does for you is that it makes you to be able to present your product for people to see. And because they see it, those that are interested are likely going to click. Guess what? When they click, they will enter your DM, they will enter your WhatsApp. That you can begin to chat them directly. But because you have first promoted it for them to see that thing you want to sell. Now, what that means is that that person can easily place orders to you. And you can start exporting on a small scale by hand. Why? Because you promoted your product and people out there are able to see. And sometimes you might be able to get someone who is willing to buy a large order actually. Why? Because of the promotion. Finding the contact of the buyer does not translate to contract. When you do that promotion and you get them and they chatted you and you have their number, if you have someone in that country, let the person be the one to reach out to them. Do you know why? Remember, just because you are black and you are a Nigerian, you are a fraudster until you prove otherwise. Because of the reputation we have built online. But if someone there reach out to them, they know they are in the same country, it's easier to trace them, even if they are a fraudster. But if you are far away, but if it's a fraudster, and indeed, they are fraudster. So they are concerned. That's why I said, having a representative abroad, your friend and relatives, an advantage. It's an advantage. The Japa people, yeah, the Japa people is an advantage. Give out regular information about the credibility of your product. Have a representative in destination market. Interaction with your website is critical, so get it ready. Jumping on a call from your country could hinder the chance of closing the sale. That's what I was emphasizing. If you immediately chat you, look for someone in that country. That means before I start promoting, one of the ways that shows that I'm ready is that I'm promoting in a country where I have someone that can call the person that reached me. That means if I have someone in the UK, in the US, I'm talking to them, look, I'm promoting your country, or when I get someone placing order, you will be the one to help me talk to the person. And if someone called in that country from the number and say, oh, are you in the country? Yes. Oh, you know them? Ah, okay. You know what you have done? You have boosted credibility. He saw you online. Now someone in his country is calling him. He will be able to trust. And the person say, I'm a representative here, and I'll be the one to deliver the product to you. It just shows some what? Credibility. And you know, there are some of our people there that they are not finding it easy. I hope you know. I hope you know that this might be a way to help them actually. If they know. Because at the end of the day, if you are talking to your friend and relative, I hope you know it's not a charity business. They must have commission, help. They will not listen to you. They need to pay their bills. They need to pay their bills. So if you are not giving them something from it, they are not going to be interested. So you have to be a partnership. Knowledge of the export market is a critical success factor. Knowledge of the export market is a critical success factor. That's why you need to learn about the export market. Mentoring is needed to minimize delay and your error rate. We will be able to assist you. We have a mentoring program. And Pastor is negotiating seriously to reduce our price. You are not happy. But quite frankly, the desire of the pastor is actually that at the end of this, another 3 months, someone is already doing this. Do you think it's possible? Yes. But the way it will be possible is that we practice where it's possible. We need to support, but we also need to show some commitment in learning, in putting in the work, in getting the product, in understanding. Because if you are not doing the work, it becomes difficult. Never promote in the export market when you are not ready. So please, if you are not ready, don't promote. Don't promote when you don't have a website or you don't have the pages on Facebook or Instagram. Don't promote. When you don't have a ready, don't promote when you are ready. What if you think they won't respond on time? Within a week, they are already asking you to supply. What would you do? Am I making sense, please? Am I making sense? So don't do it so that they won't see you are being unserious. Because you create a bad impression when you say you want to, and they are calling, okay, supply, and then you are now telling them you won't be able to do it. Never promote in the export market when you are not ready. Open now. There are different payment methods in international trade. One of the payment methods is called open account. In open account, you will send the goods, you will send the document, they will pay you after. It's risky, but the reason for having a rep is because of that. So that's why if you don't have a rep and they are asking you to ship the good, they will pay later. It's not wise. What if it does not pay? The reason for having a rep is, you know, we are in an environment where the law works. If you want to be fraudulent, he knows the implication if the agency gets involved. So they are a lot better in that environment than this environment. So what that means is that if the buyer says, look, supply, I will pay you after. It's common. People do that. And it's not wrong. Only that you should also guard yourself. Which is why I'm emphasizing again. Do not ship to an export market, to a country where you don't have what? A representative. Very important. Okay. In fact, if you find that person and there are things the person needs to know, if you find the person, we can provide you information that you can get the person to watch. We have some material so that the person can learn and be able to understand what he needs to know about the business. Why? Because he's going to be representing you, right? So it's important you understand how exactly he's supposed to engage and sell in the export market. Promptly respond to inquiry about your product. You are in Nigeria, right? Let's say you are promoting in the US, 6, 7, probably 8 hours away from you. That means when you are asleep, they are awake. When you are awake, they are asleep. Then you have to be awake in the night when they are awake. So that if anybody is sending you messages, it's not only your advert he's seeing other people. And the people that are able to respond first are the people they are going to engage with, responding promptly to inquiry. because of delay in getting buyers should not be an option. You know, sometimes, and that's the challenge of us humans. Sometimes people get easily discouraged. You try, it's not working, and then you just give up, you just stop. Rather than asking, anything you are trying to do in life, you are not able to do it well, but others are able to do it well. Just know that the issue is ignorance. And by the way, ignorance is a gift. How do you know? How many of you know that ignorance is a gift? It keeps you humble to learn. So accept there's something you don't know and go and learn it rather than just give up on it. Because if other people are able to do it and you are not able to, it's just a knowledge gap issue. And we can always learn to do it. Target market with potential in your export promotion. Understand that export promotion is a process. View your competitor pages and improve on their promotional strategy. Yearn for more knowledge on improving visibility to buyer abroad. How do we do that? Look at the next chart. It's not clear, but it's just showing different platforms where you can sell. You can register on B2B platforms. B2B platforms. B2B platforms are platforms where buyer and seller meet. I am a buyer, a seller is posting, a buyer is seeing it, and they can meet on those platforms. And there are so many of them. globalbuyeronline.com, globaltradeplaza.com, tradekey.com, so many. Pastor mentioned one. Go for one business. So many platforms like that. You can decide to subscribe to trade database companies. Now, what does that mean? Trade database company. What does that mean? Database company have data of importer and exporter in different countries. So if I want to ship to a country, I can buy the data of importers in those countries or the data of importers. That means those are the people that are buying in that country and then can prospect those people. I can attend international trade fair. If you travel frequently, maybe you want to travel next time to a country that you are targeting to buy. Or you can decide to go online, either on YouTube, but I prefer you use Instagram or Facebook for obvious reasons. The fact that you can connect it to your WhatsApp and you can receive messages on it from your WhatsApp. That is a lot of advantage because then you can get their number and it's easy for whoever you are working with abroad to be able to reach out to them. Also important thing is having an overseas sales representative. Having an overseas sales representative. Before I round up, I will talk about the export process and I will talk about how to start. I'll talk about the export process and I'll talk about how to start. Now, first is preparation. Preparation. Tell your neighbor preparation. Preparation involves registering a business. I put some of those assignments. Let me read them for you. Number one, register let me go there. I have an assignment I wanted you to yes, that's it. Number one, register with Corporate Affairs Commission. You must have a limited liability company. Number two, not enterprise, yes, limited liability. In fact, it must have export as one of the objectives. That means, if you have registered a business before, the lawyer will typically ask you what will the business be doing. The word export must be part of the objective. Export of commodity, export of product, export of services, export.
But what that means, if you only have a design company, instead of want to do a new one,
you can upgrade it. Yes. You can upgrade it. If you have an enterprise, you can upgrade it to limited liability. The only challenge is that sometimes lawyer will tell you that sometimes it might take a while. So sometimes they will recommend that why don't you just register a fresh one. But hear from them.
What I'm even saying, you don't have export as your objective.
Yes, when I make the name of if you have a limited liability company and export is one not currently, maybe you are using it for something else, and export is not, you can easily amend the memorandum and article of association. Number two, registering with Export Promotion Council. Like I said, please write this website down. www.nepc.gov.ng, www.nepc.gov.ng. If you register on that platform, you can pay with your card and you can get your certificate in less than 24 to 48 hours. 24 to 48 hours. And you don't need to know anybody. And it's 13,500. You need to open a bank account, a Naira and an export DOM account, domiciliary account. And some of us already have DOM account, maybe dollar or euro or pound. This time around, you are opening an export domiciliary account. That means it's a DOM account, maybe in dollar, euro, or pound, but it's an export DOM account. What makes it export DOM account? The regulation in Nigeria is that that account, no money can come in through deposit from you. It only receives money from abroad. And you also cannot withdraw from it. You can only sell it in the official market and then get Naira. Export DOM account. You need to open that account. That's another assignment. Number 4, you need to develop a website. You need to develop a website. That means you need to decide what you want to export and develop a website and put it on it. Number 5, it will be good for you to join a chamber of commerce. It will be good for you to join the chamber of commerce. Sometimes when they want to verify you, if they know you are a member of a chamber, so for example, you want to ship to the US and you are a member of Nigeria American Chamber of Commerce, or you want to ship to the UK, you are a member of Nigeria British Chamber of Commerce, it gives you credibility. It makes people to trust that, okay, because those chambers will have verified you for them to, and you have a certificate as a member. It gives your business an advantage. Join the bilateral chamber of commerce of the market you are looking at. Register as a paid member on an online portal like Go for World Business, like Alibaba.com or globalbuyersonline.com. Register as a paid member. If you register as a free member, you will not have access to the contact of the people. Even when you see the order, you won't know, you won't be able to reach the person that is placing the order. Identification and development of the product they exported. You must identify what you want to export. And I would recommend you start from what is common to you, what you know to do. They have mentioned so many things. There's so many products. In fact, on my YouTube, if you search for, I want to give you something to search on my YouTube. You will see the list of different products you can export from Nigeria and the country you can export them to. Let me try to get it out. Different products you can export from Nigeria and the market you can export them to. Because that will guide you in deciding on which product. So you don't box yourself to a corner because you are trying to do a particular product that you might not even have easy access to. Whereas the other product you probably can do, but you don't even know. Now, if you search online, I want someone to do search now. What to export from Nigeria? Can you search on YouTube? Just search on YouTube. What to export from Nigeria? I want to see if you can get it. What to export? What to export? You see something like this. You see something like this. When you get to the playlist, what to export from Nigeria? Has anybody seen it? What to export from Nigeria? You will scroll down. I want to see. Now, if you scroll down, you will see something that says what you can export from Nigeria to the UK. Everybody seen that? Have you seen that? If you search that on YouTube and scroll down, can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? I want you to be able to locate that playlist. So it will guide you in deciding what to export. The different products, so that you'll be able to have an overview. Now, use the word what to export from Nigeria and then add playlist to it. What to export from Nigeria, playlist. If you do that, you will see this. Look at what I saw when I said it. What to export from Nigeria, playlist. Can you see it? Now,
on this one. This one. You see my picture there. Can you see it? Yes. If you click on it, you will see different countries. Different countries. So you can check and be able to see different products. And the country you can export them to. Because that helps you to know what people are currently doing. And that helps you to be able to decide which of them you want to. Please don't be married to any product. What should be the basis for deciding? Let me say this. To decide on a product for export, number one, ensure that it is not a prohibited item. It's not what? It's not prohibited for export. Number two, there is a potential demand, which is what this video will show you. Number three, there are producers locally you can get it from. There are producers locally you can get it from. You have the purchasing power to buy and export. You have the purchasing power to buy, to export. And number five, you can get the paperwork, the documentation required. So number one, it must not be prohibited. Number two, it must have potential demand abroad. Number three, you must be able to get producer locally. Number four, you must have the purchasing power, money to buy. That means if it's small, look for the one that is not so expensive. And number five, you must be able to get the paperwork, the documentation required to export that product. So let's go back to the assignment. Identify the product you want to export. That YouTube channel will help you. Conduct readiness assessment. Let me show you something. Conduct readiness assessment. Can you scan that? Can you scan that with your phone? Conduct readiness assessment. You can scan that with your phone. You will get the link to be able to do a readiness assessment. A readiness assessment. If you scan that, to take it to a website where you can do a readiness assessment, maybe you can save the link and be able to visit later. A readiness assessment. A readiness assessment. And then get representative approach. Now, let me go back to what I was showing you before. Number one, preparation. As I round up, preparation. Now, all that I've given you are some of the things you need to do to prepare. Preparation. When you prepare adequately, you will have learned and know how to promote. Promote. When you promote effectively, you will be able to get a purchase order. When you get a purchase order, you can do your procurement or production. With procurement and production come packaging and labeling. If the product is not yet well packaged, you can package it and label it yourself. Packaging and labeling. Then do your pre-export documentation. Let me talk a little bit about that. For you to export from Nigeria, you need to have a limited liability company. Export certificate, I talked about that. But you also need to apply to the government on the platform. Can you write this down? www.tradesystem.gov.ng www.tradesystem.gov.ng. That platform is where you will apply. But to register and apply on that platform, you must have a TIN number. That means you must be a taxpayer. That means your business must be registered with government, with FIRS. You will be able to do your pre-export documentation, you fill the form, upload the relevant documents. Then there is port clearance and inspection in Nigeria. Your agent can do that for you. Then after shipment, post-export documentation is done. Port-to-port shipment happens. Document is presented to the buyer or his bank abroad. Port clearance happens at destination, and then payment is made. As I close, can we discuss how to get started? How to get started. Number one, capacity building, learning. I'm giving you a lot of material for you to learn. If the YouTube channel I gave you, you are going to see so many things there to learn. So many things to learn about export. So many. Learn, capacity building. Number two, get a mentor. If you are ready, you've done what I told you to do, I'm ready to guide you. I'm ready to guide you. Get a mentor. Ensure you are working with someone to give you instruction on how to go about it. Number 3, select the product you want to export. Remember, I've told you the options available and where to get them from. Number 4, decide on the target market. Decide on the target. Let it be a market you can get a rep. Decide on the target market. Number 5, conduct a readiness assessment. Number 6, fix the identified area of skill gap. Because when you do a readiness assessment, you are going to notice area you have challenges, area of skill gap. That's what you need to go and learn more about. And then number 7, get overseas sales representative. Then begin to source for buyers before you do the shipment. Source for buyer or get overseas sales representative before you begin to source for buyers and do the shipment. Before I close, we have some material that might be of help to you. We have the book 8% of Export Business Financing. Eureka, how to find buyer. You see that in that red book, how to find potential buyers. Build to go global, how to get ready for export, the black book. And then the green one, Export Business Made Easy. That talks about export business operation. Export business operation. There is a program I would like you to attend and host every week. Every week, we do a free webinar on export. If you're on Telegram, you can search for African Export Business Platform. If you're on Telegram, you can search for African Export Business Platform. On that platform, we do a webinar. We'll be having one this week. It's on quality issues in export business. It's all by 5. On that Telegram channel, you will get the link, the Zoom link. It's available there. Almost the same link every week. It's a recording link every week. Session. These are the programs you want to attend. It's free, so you can join on the road, at home, at work. It's online and it's available for free. As I close, I would like to say to everyone, if you want to develop our economy, if you want to grow our GDP, if you want to create employment, if you want to build our foreign reserve, if you want to increase the value of Naira, peace and currency of the world, aggressive drive for non-export is the way to go. Thank you very much.